And since it's not a minute by minute, it's nothing goes by time. What I'd recommend to you when I give you this list, find all the places on that spreadsheet where your name is assigned, highlight your name on all those places, and when we're there on Friday, let's say your first assignment is to help offload the truck. Well, take a look at your list, and once you're finished up offloading the truck, find the next place you're assigned and go on and get ready to start doing your next thing. Now, most of the things you're going to be assigned with a team, so just get ready, get your group of guys together, and start in. No, doesn't matter really what time it is, just get on to the next task and just keep on rolling. And so, ladies, again, remember that on Friday, your husband isn't really necessarily going to be assigned to you in your store, but between all of us, we'll make sure that you get all set up. All your computers will get set up. It'll all get ready for you. But on Saturday, guys, you're going to be basically the AP for your wife's store, okay? So that means, and she's got a place somewhere on her checklist about lunchtime. You're going to have to be the one to go get a lunch for your wife, you know, bring it to her so that she doesn't have to leave the store. She can just kind of be focused on the one thing for the day. And so you'll go get her lunch, bring it back, you know, all that stuff for her. Now, Stephen gave all of you a padlock key, so that's going to be different. All the Zytecs are going to have locks on them, so be sure you bring that key and help to get in the Zytec, and keep in mind that that same key works for the padlock when we lock the cash box to the table leg. And so that's another thing that you're going to be responsible for setup, is locking that cash box down.
Okay, so
And
Use those cables and lock.
we will need to use the Zytec cables on the, well, yeah, we loop it through that little thing.
So do they need that other key that's on the red lanyard that's normally in, do they need the other key that's normally on the red lanyard that's in the RC forms binder for WTR? You know, the one I'm talking about?
The little one?
Do they need that key?
Well, isn't that the one they have now?
Well, the planners have that key. All the planners have that key, but Chris won't have that key.
Right. And she's talking about.
It's the one Mark is wearing, isn't it?
There's
Right there behind
the
you?
key that I gave out today is for the padlock, the little master padlock. The other key that we're talking about is for the computer security cable, which is the longer cable.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's another key that we have that is for the cash box.
Drawer, yeah.
Normally, those keys were sent by Tammy, and I didn't know, or by Tammy and Jenny and gals, and I didn't know how you were handling the keys that were normally sent. I assume
So the cash box key is in the girls' supply tab. I already told them that. What I did not include is the other two keys, which one was the key for the cruise thingy that we have been doing, and then the one that the cable, it's a little black key.
Yeah.
So, but I think most of the planners have that. I think you gave all the planner team those as well. But what I need to do then is to go up and get those keys off the red lanyards.
Yeah, we'll have to coordinate here, talk through that, just to make sure we have that security cable key as well.
I gave the guys the padlock keys today just to make sure they didn't get there and, great, the Zytec's locked and I don't have a key. So it was just an additional to whatever keys. Yeah, I gave Nathan and Michael keys both for the padlock, or for all three things: the padlock, the cash drawer, and the security cable to the computers. They have all three keys.
So we'll have to make sure, though, that that security cable key, because all the APs probably ought to have one, because they're going to be locking them down to table legs.
Right. I didn't realize in the initial scheme, I thought Michael and Nathan were doing all the computers. So
Gotcha. Okay. Good. So any other questions? Any other? Let's rock and roll. There'll be more questions that come up. Call Deb. Tammy's going to be able to be going out on vacation and seeing her kids and grandkid coming. So, but the questions that come up, guys, ask me, ask Stephen. We'll get us all squared away so that when we show up at the arena 8:30 Thursday morning for our walkthrough, we're ready to go. And just that walkthrough will answer a lot of the questions that, especially that you ladies have. And what's this really going to look like? How am I going to do this? And where do I have enough space for tables? You'll be able to answer all those then. Yeah, let me give you a real quick rundown on Portland, you guys. Portland is going to be different from Chicago in that it's got wide open spaces. The only place we're going to have to deal with this kind of tightness, this kind of trouble, is Chicago. Portland is big, it's open, and so we won't have any of these mini stores. Every store in Portland will be selling everything. We'll probably have the big store setup that you saw upstairs. We're gonna have that everywhere in Portland. We'll probably have at least one store that's a double store because we've got that much room for it. It'll be a side-by-side double space. But once we get through Chicago, breathe a sigh of relief because Portland ought to be smoother, and we'll have it under our belts. So we've got the familiarity with it, but your RC spaces will just be, you'll have better breathing room in there. Yeah, and the biggest point, Deb reminded me, there will be no site walkthrough in Portland. American Idol is in that building Thursday night, so they're in there doing their thing. They'll be out by setup day Friday morning at 7, but we can't get in there. So we can't get into the Arena Portland, and so we're just going to all show up on site, and we're going to it's going to be what it's going to be, and we're going to have to figure our way. I can show you some pictures later, but most of it is just going to be flexible. What else? Patient. And have grace. Is that right, Shirley? Did we get them all? Okay, good. All right, that's really all I have. Any other questions? Tammy will coordinate and we'll make sure Stephen gets and we'll distribute the cash, the security padlock key for everybody. Thanks, everybody.